Siobhan isn't feeling well and is down in the...
Yeah, so as soon as you all got on the ship, she was like, I don't like what I saw y'all doing, so she just, like, went downstairs and she is just there sobbing with the
engineer?
Yeah, with the engineer that you all took with you.
And Captain Ron.
So you all are back on the ship. You all were heading back to back into town. That was where we left off. So is there anything in particular you all want to do? You took a bunch of the crystals that had souls in them, correct?
Yeah.
You say y'all.
You took a bunch of crystals that had some souls in them.
I might have
Science.
taken... I took a bunch of crystals and
There may
produced... There may or may not have been souls in them to begin with.
Okay.
But by the time we were finished doing science...
For science.
And scarring Siobhan for life.
Do we have soul gems?
Yes, you have soul gems.
And a bunch of just regular gems.
So lesser,
That could hold souls.
lesser or greater soul gems.
We're low level. They're probably low level ones. They're lesser.
I gotta figure out how to use them first.
Lord.
Your soul is mine. You're Shang Tsung now.
It's slower and deeper voice.
There's going to be another rumor going around the world saying that there's this elephant pen that steals your soul.
And you're just this peaceful, nice little thing, and then just randomly sometimes you just use your trunk.
But
as
only
your
human souls, right?
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily human.
anything besides animals.
I am.
Bipedal souls?
I don't necessarily hate humans, but I'm not too fond of them because they've been assholes to me my entire life.
Just humans or like when it elf?
That area is almost like entirely humanoid, correct? And that's what they hate all non-humans.
But see,
or they treat all non-humans without. With
that area that you picked, it's mostly humans, and if you are not human, then you are kind of a lesser being in that area.
See, because I didn't know if since elves are humanoid.
No, it's almost entirely humans.
Elves, half elves, like even Vale and Marcus, like were from that area, so like they don't get treated as well as humans, but like complete non-human people, like full on tabaxi and elephants and stuff, they're like, mm-mm.
Okay, all right.
So
I would like to try to find someone to make a half plate armor
On the ship?
No, once we get back to town.
Hey, is there a shop on this ship?
someone here.
Go down to the
Just so
basement.
happens we just
This
built
isn't
it.
a Carnival cruise ship we're on, right? There's no go-karts.
have a little tiny black market underneath.
Like, look, you want some half plates? I'll get you some half plates.
It's gonna cost you though.
Pulls it out of the ocean. It's like, all right, there you go. Yeah,
Finds the guy that's wearing it, pushes him off.
there you
Hey,
go.
look what I found.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah, you can find half plates.
What's corn dog doing down the bottom?
What's a corn dog doing to do?
You can find a place that sells half plate armor whenever you get back into town.
What are you gonna charge me for it?
That's a great question. That is the question.
So yeah, I just have a distaste.
Okay. Well, see, I didn't know since, okay.
It's probably gonna be
I'm cool with dwarves as long as they. I'm cool with pretty much everybody as long as they treat me well.
It's probably
But
kind of like
humans. I have very bad experiences with.
It's kind of like a role reversal then, like how most humans don't care that much for animals. They might like them and take care of them, but they don't mind hunting or killing them. Kind of a general way.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I don't mind humans, but I also don't mind killing them.
There you go.
You shed no tears.
I shed no tears.
They're squirrels. They're all squirrels in your eyes.
Shame.
No, they're not.
That's why me and the
They're not squirrels. I actually quite like.
I'm saying like what humans think of squirrels.
Okay,
Kind of
I was
annoying
like,
little-
I actually quite like
Half
animals.
plate is 750 gold.
I'm aware.
Okay.
So is that how much I'm gonna need to? shell out?
We'll say since you have a reputation there, we'll knock it down to about 500.
Okay, I'm down with that.
You are one of the big head honchos now of Barora.
I'm going to try.
No,
persuasion
Do you want Daddy to open it?
Okay.
to ensure that they can't do maybe just a little bit better.
Okay, you got it open. Now they'll all come out.
Go for it. So,
It's a nat 20.
What did you just do?
You were here whenever he
He's
took
helping
over the
persuade
family
to,
business, right? Okay.
Get my
So he's
armor
saying
cost down.
to do a
I'm
little
like,
bit better
you
than
do
500.
know who he is, correct?
You know what's in
Perhaps you could do just a little bit better.
The shopkeep will look at you. He's like, I don't know who you are, but I mean, I'm sure we can work something out.
You don't know who he is?
No. Should I?
Are you waggling a little trunk in his head?
Codenbreck.
It's one of those times I'm walking in and it's like, all right, just backpedaling it.
I half off for the man that makes the money. So, $250. I am so sorry, sir. I did not know who you were dealing with.
I'll allow it.
I'll take out a peanut and give it to the elf.
Or show him my nose.
They'll be fine with that.
Oh, I will give them my scale mail in exchange. Just give it to them.
You don't really give it to you, you just take it off. It just falls on the floor. Just
Here you go.
Just leave it there. All right, so you all will make yourselves back in Barora at this point. Siobhan is still a little shocked at what has taken place, so she's just gonna go up to the room and hang out there. She needs a little bit of time to process that you all are the bad guys, as she said last episode.
We're not the bad guys.
Are we the bad guys?
Wait, what did I got? Not breastplate. What did I buy?
Half plate.
Half plate. Thank you.
Yeah. I went with that too last
You didn't even check what you bought. Just give me that.
Cool, thanks.
Like, that'll work.
So, it's like you all make it back. Siobhan kind of makes her way there. The engineer kind of looks at you. He's like, "So, where shall I be staying?" It's like, you brought me here.
No, I'll send them off to like one of the warehouses or something. Like just tell them to build your room.
Go to the warehouse.
Jeeves sends him off into some place just to get him out of the way. All right, so you're back in Roar in your own little headquarters. What would you like to do? You just found out that they were building a big machine that you all have now destroyed at this point, that took whatever was inside of whatever was in that part of the machine and put it into a gem in which you all tested humans, so the soul is now in there. So, and then you came home after
What color is the gem?
black.
They're black.
Okay, yeah.
Because we both have, like,
You told the people in the woods that they could have their place back. They thanked you. As it should be. So you are back at your headquarters.
Well, we need to figure out where is it Sojiro?
Yes.
When we leave Sojiro, we need to figure out where Sojiro has run away to,
Okay.
because he killed Elfie's family. Poor Elfie Elfington.
because let me see. Because I remember I was asking you about Sojiro, but I can't remember if you gave me a name.
A couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I told you I was going to get back with you
Yeah.
whenever I
Yeah.
went over some finer
Yeah.
details.
Yeah, we got to take care of Sojiro because his plot armor is thick.
He game sharked
If
that.
I knew you were going to one-shot it.
Like, he should have been rolling death saves twice.
Said he was rolling out of there.
Because I figured that would probably be pretty prevalent to what.
Oh, Reginald.
And then wasn't there a? So
I figured that may be prevalent to.
We got the nephew of Colt Bane
Yeah.
running the. You're the new nephew.
It's gonna be my name. Just my thug name.
Nephew.
Anybody seen the nephew?
The nephew.
Just like hit it perfect. Like, ooh. Can't have nice things.
Nope.
That would be ruined. Like the TV would be ruined. Thanks.
That's why I always say put the lid on it.
I was literally drinking it and like I was gonna
Lid
type this
on
real
and
quick,
done.
take one more swig and then be done, but no.
Leave your hand, put the lid on.
Don't treat me like a baby. If it leaves your hand, put
I can't wait till we start doing stealth rolls. So I can fail them all.
If we go by group averages, I'll save you. Well, no, wait. You've got half plate.
We both have half plate.
I don't need
I'm
to
an
snake.
elephant with a negative dexterity.
you're gonna be fantastic. The rest of your team
She may help. She
Yeah.
won't have disadvantage.
No, she will not have disadvantage, but she will be the only one with you.
That's when it's like, hey, let's split the party. I'll sneak this way. You all go that way. There's no.
I'm 7-foot elephant with no.
I'm pretty sure even if you were wearing normal armor, you would make some noise.
I think we're about the same height, and I also have half plate, so it's disadvantage to every stealth roll.
There was no big amounts of information, just more so like if you hear that name, then no.
Yeah. So I got to be honest with you guys. You probably want to leave that Sanjo guy alone.
But he killed Elfie's family. Like we cannot let that stand for Elfington. For Elfington doneness.
You're gonna tell the other elves that you come across in this world, it's like, by the way, Prince Elfington has said to go home. And they're gonna be like, who's Elfington?
Elfie Elfington.
Who is
The
Elf?
princeliness himself. Elfie.
They're gonna think you're on something.
How dare you?
You all went to the woods, didn't you?
Remember all the
mushrooms?
remember all those rumors we made up about Reginald and how far-fetched that nobody could possibly be that evil or cruel? Sanjo's that guy. From what I hear. And it's not making up. It's
All the more reason he needs to die then. I don't understand what the problem is here.
I think many people have tried to kill him, and well, their souls probably aren't in gyms now.
They didn't make it that far.
They didn't get that far. For his now, granted, probably those people you shoved in that box and put in those gems probably deserved it. Sanjo's not a good dude. He probably did worse.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if
Either we need to be besties or we need to kill him. I don't know what you want here.
I'm just saying,
You
if
meet him again, it's like besties. Like, no,
We all do such good rolls, and it's like, friends?
I don't remember.
and Amber just shuts the laptop like.
Everyone gets nat 20s.
Just saying, if we're going down that path, it might be a path we might not want to go down.
Well, then we need to figure out what path we're going to.
All right, I can try to put fillers out to see, but you don't find Sanjo; he finds you. So we can either stay in hiding or be our normal selves, and I'm sure he'll find us pretty fast.
Or just walk out the door. Because, because we make enough noise just by walking down the street.
Just saying, there's probably some people looking for us now.
What? No. We're looking for them.
Just saying.
So at this point,
You hear a knock on the door.
excuse me, sir. You have Jeeves that has come back from taking your new engineer to whichever place best suits his skill set. He comes back to you and he's like, "There's a note for you at the door, sir."
What's it say?
Was it wrapped in a brick? It was thrown to the window?
Message for you, sir.
Message for you, lad. Just downstairs, you hear him saying.
So he gives you a piece of paper, which is from Marcus, and he tells you that someone has arrived and has asked for your name, all of your names, saying that you would know her. She claims to be...
Does it say your name, or does it have my actual name spelled out?
It says
It's like a resume
crew.
template.
Your
To
crew.
whom it may concern.
Does it actually refer to him by name, or
He knows where you all are, so he says you and your crew.
Dear manager, signed Karen.
Immediately no. So it's basically saying it's like, I have a lady here who has actually asked for you all to come and say hello. She said that you all might remember her. Her name is Shanoa. Well, yeah, you would not know
I would
her.
not know her.
What's the name again?
Shanoa?
That was my first clue.
Someone,
The cleric that was on the boat with you all on the way here.
you should know her, so.
Just walk up, sneak attack him.
It's like suddenly there's this weird pain in your back.
Sneak it.
Some random
Sneak
person.
jab. Sneak a jab.
Sneak a jab. Yes, Shanoa was the cleric that you all had on the boat when you all were trying to find the vampire on the way to Drunette.
I remember that, but I don't remember the cleric.
Okay.
Well, that's
His first character.
my first.
Oh, okay. That, I didn't know you were cleric.
Yeah, she was a cleric of the goddess. Yeah.
Who was a shapeshifter? Oh, there was Nate. Okay. I don't know if it was the same character.
Everybody.
The one that's asleep.
Yes. The one that is slowly
Terrified of
crying
all of the
herself to
evil
sleep.
things we just did.
Because we're the bad guy.
I like how we're just
It
gonna
was
be like
for
just throwing,
science.
Science sometimes seems evil.
I probably, since I wasn't even there, I guess, but my character probably wouldn't have stopped you either. Like Dragonborn. Really don't
Oh yeah, you were guarding the boat.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
on the boat.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what my character.
You
done. I
wouldn't
would-
have like said anything about having that stuff, would you?
No.
Yeah, no, so you have no idea.
Well, no, I'm just saying my character's decision.
Unless she's sobbing and talking in her sleep, I just
What's
come
wrong? I
around
don't
with a
wanna
little
talk
extra
about it.
clean
Yeah, she doesn't
thing in
wanna
my
talk about it.
pocket.
Yeah, I figured she wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't want to talk about it.
She doesn't really
She doesn't
know
want to talk
me
about
that
it out loud.
All you know is that they went to help the
She's afraid she might
people of the
be-
forest.
I'm just saying, like alignment wise, like I wouldn't care for humans.
Yeah, no,
much
no, no.
either,
But
so.
either way, like, you still have no idea.
Chaotic neutral.
I think I'm just neutral, like true neutral.
It's just a terrible fucking group.
What's your
Because
line?
we're all fucking chaotic in some form or
I'm chaotic neutral.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm neutral. I'm chaotic.
I'm pretty sure that Siobhan is the only
I think
one
I'm
that's
lawful
not
neutral
like
because
chaotic.
of my background. Let me see, where's my?
Oh boy,
Yeah. She's something good, but I don't remember what it is.
you're chaotic good.
for the greater good.
The most chaotic group.
I'm a lawful neutral. I didn't pick it up for some reason.
You're a
but-
lawful neutral?
Yeah.
Oh,
just
boy.
because
Oh
I was
yeah,
in-
so
I
you
was in
you
military.
probably would have tried to stop me because
The law says
the law
you shouldn't have done
states
that.
that I shouldn't just throw people
But
into
my law is
murder them.
different. My law is different though, and I've
So
probably been at war with
personal law.
humans. Yeah,
Your law's different. That means you're chaotic.
Okay.
I was like, if you're doing
Because
that, if you're
You may
saying
be
personal
lawful
law,
neutral
you're
on your
chaotic.
land, but in this land,
I'm gonna say I would be a dragonborn. I really haven't gone outside of there. We probably fought humans and wars. So, if anything,
You
it
are
would be-
lawful good to your people.
Okay.
Like anyone else, it's gonna be.
I guess chaotic.
Not good.
Chaotic good.
Yeah.
Yes, lawful good. Lawful just means that you have a
because
set of laws.
if you were lawful good, what he did would not fly.
Okay. So then, yeah, it was chaotic
Yeah,
good.
no, like where you're from, your people, you would be lawful good. Anybody that does any harm to your people, you're ready to go.
Yeah,
but
so-
You're chaotic.
as soon as you left your town, you're chaotic.
yeah, I mean, show her up
Okay.
to the good parlor, not the murder parlor.
Put the bodies away.
Okay.
So Marcus comes in and he kind of gives you a heads up as to what you're about to get into before she comes in. So he comes in. He's like, "I hope that you all had fun in your little excavation that you went to." She came to me. I know her personally, but I didn't know that you all knew her. But she came to me asking for some questions that you all might be better suited to answer because you've been out doing things to my book reading. So fair warning, she does work for the school. So don't do anything.
Which school?
This the big school of New Harmony.
The
Jefferson have a high?
No.
the school.
The
Not
school.
just like
A school, the school.
The school.
She's a cleric
The
of
fate.
the school. So they kind of put the law out.
Cleric of academia.
Yes. Well, saloon. She is a cleric of saloon, so she works.
I like saloons.
I think that's a spittoon.
Basically, paladins, clerics, anybody that is not a student or a teacher, there is like a
Order.
like
Where
a
do you find them?
like an order of the church or church. You know, basically,
saloon.
it's basically a
A
church.
spittoon saloon.
But there is like a group of people that do work and stuff like that, as well as the students and teachers. So she works for the school in the
The
sense,
Catholic Church's army.
yeah, yeah. So I would watch what you say
Templar.
because
So it's our
She's
perpetual
a
lady.
She's a Templar, yeah.
being someone who is an alumni of the school, you don't want them breathing down your necks. So just fair warning, she's on her way up the stairs.
Okay.
So does that mean you should be on your way down the stairs?
You might not want to be here.
Cut through the murder parlor. You won't be seen there.
You have a murder parlor?
No, that's not what we said.
Just get out.
The Erder parlor. It's just what we call the other. It's after my great uncle Erder. Mm-hmm.
I'll just take the same way down.
Oh, okay. that'll work.
If you
Thieves
need,
can help.
gotcha. So he leaves, and like as he opens the door to leave, she is standing in the doorway, and just kind of walks in, expecting that he has opened the door for her, and he just kind of sneaks on out, and he's like looking at you all like, "Remember, school," and then walks out the door.
So how are we gonna crash this?
Let's see what's going on. First.
Yeah, well.
She walks in, and she
We
sees
generally don't plan things; they just kind of happen.
she sees you three, and she recognizes you three from the boat, and she's it's like, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that you all have been working on some things since leaving. How did the
Diligently.
Scientifically.
He's a new friend of ours, by the way. New friend. Yeah.
very nice to meet you. My name is Shanoa Highwind. I met this group on the way here to Druness briefly.
You all hung out with a with an astute cleric. How'd that go?
That's fine.
Are you you related to the Lowens?
No?
Oh, all right. Didn't know if there was any relation. I guess if you're in the middle, are you just wind? High wind, low wind? Wind.
We're getting off topic.
Breathe.
Breeze, your cousin.
Gentle breeze. Gale.
Rumor has it is that you all have been doing some work that's been getting noticed by my higher ups, and
Free advertisement.
What kind of work would you be referring to?
that's a little private for right now.
You see,
But you're saying that
You're
we're doing
accusing
work
us?
that's getting noticed. I'm trying to understand what it is that this
So-
discussion is about.
My higher ups have told me that we have a bit of a problem, and it seems that you all have been dealing with the same problem as what we have been, which is of the necromantic type. And we need as much information.
23 performance check, and I'm like,
Shock. I actually have no idea. My character. I don't know. You guys have sold.
I mean, I've lifted my trunk up, like flap the ears back. When she says necromantic,
Dun dun dun.
I don't have to bluff because I don't think I know anything about necromantic stuff.
this is why we need a bard.
God dang it.
could have been a bard. Could have been an elephant bard.
I mean, just pick up an instrument.
I
Just start
there's always stuff
multi-classing.
I do have an instrument. I have a pan flute, and so I just hold it at the end of my trunk and go.
Just start multi-classing.
She actually believes your performance that you have no idea, and she's kind of like a little confused at first because her school is never wrong about telling information, and so she kind of looks to you like, I was told that you had been traveling and had seen a few things.
So this town, like the what was the guy? It wasn't Bray. What was my uncle?
Hold on. I got it written down. Colt Brain. Colt
Bane.
So Bane Industries is mine.
Yes.
So they've been traveling with me to help me get my business affairs in order. Because traveling alone sucks.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's the only travel we've been doing.
That is interesting.
Well, while he's talking, I'll lean over and be like, doesn't necromancy raise the dead? I don't think we actually raised the dead, did we?
Not necessarily.
I wonder if elephants
Science
can-
isn't the strong point.
I mean, yes, that's the ultimate goal, but there's some in the middle stuff.
Can elephants whisper?
I don't know.
Turned his mouth into
With
a
a
mouth.
performance check, he ran true.
Just the mouth of a mouse. She
Just sitting there like,
Do tell more.
she pulls out this little book of hers and she starts looking through it, reading things, and she says, so you didn't run into anything in your recent travels into the woods of Ashhill?
Just checking on a business
Elves?
property.
There's some elves.
elves.
Yeah, there's some elves.
Prince
floating around.
Elfington.
People
He was
thought-
there.
People thought the elves were dead.
Yes.
Undead elves.
Yes, they thought they
But
were
they were
undead,
real.
but they were just elves.
They thought they were ghosts.
We found a fairy. She's floating around here somewhere.
She's awfully quiet right now.
Yeah, she's with Siobhan trying
Now
to
she's just
console
gonna
her.
think we're crazy.
It's like, okay.
I'm waiting
Well-
for her to roll an insight check to see if she knows we're lying.
That
She
goes.
tried that on my performance.
Yes. So that goes against everything in which I was told, and
But
no,
do tell more.
What were you told?
well, no offense to you all, even we've met briefly before. Very rarely is my school ever wrong with information that they've been given.
Which school is this?
The name of it,
I know this.
Just try
I don't.
New
I do the lean over thing.
It's a fancy one, but yeah, it's the one in New Harmony.
Providence.
So
No, it's
I
it's a
know.
Final Fantasy term that I love.
we run into a couple of people from the school. They didn't seem too smart. No offense. We trust you.
While he's debating, I'm
Are you
leaning
not
over-
referring to Marcus?
The cat that just walked out here.
Yes.
Oh, we just buy shit from him. He went to the school.
Yes, he was one of the highest ranking wizards of our schooling, but
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well,
That's shocking. Some of the stuff we bought has sucked.
You should probably relook at your curriculum.
Yeah.
While they're arguing, I lean over and I'm like, I know you turned into a mouse, but have you turned into a rat? Because we just got back. How does she know all this stuff? Not saying that you're a rat.
I've been right here.
I've been right here. I don't know.
I've been right here.
So high off that little performance roll.
Shocker.
the fairy walks into the room.
Just humming. Light.
Some things make a little bit more sense now to her. She's like, oh, okay.
All right.
So she just kind of looks through. She says, well, then I assume that it won't do any harm to tell you that we have been doing a little bit of research. Some of it that I cannot quite explain to you, seeing as it's still in the research phases. But
Indubitably.
Are you saying that we would not understand? Or
I'm saying
You do
that
the William Dafoe. You know what? I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
Start spinning my gun around.
I'm saying that it is the business of the school and of the church as of right now. And
I, madam, am also a member of the church.
Clergy. This guy.
do you actually have like a specific god, or is it like
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
D, all the above.
do you have a god?
Start pulling
Yes.
out
There
different
was
symbols.
I had asked.
So which one are you for? Hold on.
I do not specifically remember.
Hold on, let me check my membership card.
No, that one expired.
Library card.
No, dang, I need my plus card.
Oh,
Two
you
more
know,
punches for this
dadgummit,
free
I forgot
coffee.
my saloon one.
My Saloon of the Club card.
Ah, yes, Church of the Rising Sun. Yes, I am there as well.
Oh, God. Very exclusive club.
Yes. We meet at dawn.
I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one, but I do not remember.
Is it, was yours more like a structure?
Because I asked who the main deity up in New Harmony was.
Saloon.
Yeah.
Is it also Saloon?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I might be Saloon.
I think you
Bitch, I
were. Oh yeah, because that was the.
Yep, that was the thing on the boat. We were all taking shots.
Yeah,
Right.
with his saloon. Salute. I'll get that answer here soon.
Okay, so if it's not saloon though.
I thought an elephant
I thought-
never forgot.
Oh, I thought it was actually saloon because you were something about.
As I say that, I kind of scoot away a little bit. I did a sidestep.
It was. I thought you said your deity was something to do
Yes,
with the
you
moon.
did.
And
That's
I thought
good.
saloon was part of like the moon. So I would think you actually were part of theirs. Which would actually make it even better because then you
got
guys have
7.
connection.
Except for the fact
I got a 1. You won.
I win.
So they're like humans only.
And you
no, but
No,
Like,
those one, here, you play with those.
full non-human
No, I
things
want
like
the
the
next
Boxy
one.
or the elephants
So,
or
I
like
thought
Eric
there was
Coco.
just a town.
That's
You're talking about that
blue.
religion.
Blue and.
Or all of
Oh,
it.
So she is from New Harmony,
don't have
Yeah.
which the school is
That's
from
All the purple ones
Alexandria.
are over there.
And there is the school system, and then they also have like an order that
The church
basically runs over most of magic in this place.
Manage the bus routes like some of the other schools.
No, what? Yes, they do have. So the portals that you all have been taking are those that Marcus has made for his group, but he actually
Those are heavy.
he probably would have shared this with you because he's a very sharetive person and likes his books.
I'll get you some.
He actually invented the teleporters for the school, and the school has some that go to certain areas that they have a like
And why is his brother better?
treaty for.
And why is his brother better?
Which one?
I
Veil.
feel like Marcus is much better than his brother.
War mage versus application mage, probably.
One's adopted.
Marcus was actually the one that was like he is like half
This one's heavy.
what you are.
Men.
Artificer, half.
That's all you
Yes,
need,
he is
okay?
half human, but
Yes, I believe that I am also in Saloon because I had asked what New Harmony's main goddess was,
Okay.
or god, or deity was, and you said there are some others, but it's Saloon mostly.
yes.
And then I, because I just grew up on my short time after having been left on the steps.
And that would make sense because you were like taken in, and you weren't necessarily one of them all the time. Because that's what you said you didn't like.
Yes,
them, right?
I wasn't one of them all the time because I was different in New Harmony, which I was kind of outcast, but I was part of the church.
There is an area.
You might be
in-
somewhat famous for that too, because you were like a non-human in that church.
There is an area in New Harmony in which like non-human things exist.
It's a zoo.
Well, it's called Elk. It's Elk Grove,
The Bronx Zoo.
where they still believe in the teachings of Saloon, but since they are not allowed to be in the church, they kind of go there. So,
Are you mousing it up for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna mouse up for a little bit. I gotta go to this.
Alright, I got
with
my
the sound
mouse.
with the sound of the church, your big elephant friend just goes.
Church
Science.
saloon.
All right, so
All right. Just pull the door shut.
she looks questioningly at the elephant, and then as she's about to ask a question, he immediately goes into mouse form and just like goes up to you and sits with you, and she's like,
He does that a lot.
"Your friend's a druid, I see."
Tick.
He's from the druid region of New Harmony. Then
Put mommy back on.
okay, so
The fairy's chanting.
I've heard it's a great part of New Harmony. I'd like to go.
anywho, seeing as we were companions for a short while, you've saved my ass, and we traveled for quite a while. I will tell you that we deal with things in my area of expertise with necromancy. The school's not very fond of necromancy, so we try to keep necromancy under wraps in this region.
Like a mummy. They're under wraps, right?
Kind of necromantic. They come back.
She kind of mumbled to herself, "I did not miss this." So any workings of necromancy, any talks of necromancy, anything of the necromantic type, we are sent out to gather information and to take care of accordingly. And from what I was told by my master was that there has been some necromantic talkings, a new cult in town, and reached out to Marcus because he is of the book kind and has read a lot of things and knows a lot, and he mentioned that he had some friends that were working on or had seen some things.
Our Dragonborn friend is quite versed in books, too. I've seen him pick up a few lately.
I mean,
Maybe you should ask him.
I've read
He's pretty knowledgeable. In
I've read a
this.
couple books in my lifetime, actually. I've gotten through a couple.
As I say that, I just start laughing.
Probably gonna go over my head. Yeah, I've actually read a couple books now. You know, I will say the only time I think we've ever raised the dead is when we have the late nights at the bar. We make a lot of noise, but it's the only time I can imagine.
Like, I get behind him and, like, pretend like I'm reading a book.
Joe just pulls his flask.
I'm just like focused on you telling you this so I don't see them behind me.
She's looking at you and seeing
I'm
you
reading
just
a book.
kind of drinking
say
with
that
your
loud?
mouse
I'm
friend.
mumbling.
She kind of like puts the book back in her pocket.
I've seen her. I was with that.
Yes.
That ship, right? Okay, so
So she puts the book back in her pocket and she says, "Clearly, there's been some misinformation here. I will ask that you keep your eye out for anything of the necromantic type. We have eyes and ears everywhere, being with the church. So
But you had to hurt a lot of people to do that.
we do not hurt people. Saloon does not shine down on people who hurt others.
How'd you get eyes and ears everywhere?
We are part of the order."
Walk over. I think it's metaphorical.
That makes sense. I'll call it some magic hoodoo.
Or it's literal or figuratively. Our Dragonborn friend probably knows the difference.
Probably.
Yeah, it's scam likely. I'm gonna see if she catches on that one. It took me a second to even understand you were talking about actual eyes. So. Cool. She kind of picks up on it. She's like, "What? No, Saloon would never hurt other people. She only gives life, which is why we are so against necromancy."
Well,
Wait,
that-
doesn't necromancy give
I was
life?
gonna say I'm not gonna have any clue about this as a dragonborn. I'm gonna be like, well, if you're bringing back the dead to life and you kill them again, isn't that bad? What? How does that work?
They were not alive when they came back. Necromancy
But
is
you
an evil magic.
But it gives life again. I'm confused.
They are not life. That is temporary.
But isn't all life temporary?
I'll be like this. I look at you. So,
We're getting off the subject
Clearly.
again.
I blame the fairy.
I'm gonna slowly like turn into a necromantic, like okay with necromancy, because I'm gonna be like, they're wrong. Their cult is a lie. I'm gonna have.
We're clearly not going to stop it.
This church is a lie. I didn't say that.
Do you have a Funko
She
Pop
says,
of
"Look,
this person?
all I'm asking is that
Stop to
any information that
You will
we
taste
find
the
on this
bag
cult,
eyes
we
in
will
the
share with
world
you.
see.
If you share anything that you have seen
Stand back
in your travels."
Yeah, anything we come across, we'll be happy to scribble along.
Nothing.
Jeeves knows where a mailbox is at.
Ah, yes, the old man.
There's nothing.
Be nice to Jeeves.
Breathing tonight.
Nothing
He's
but.
very handy with a crossbow. Ain't that right, Jeeves?
Yes, sir.
I would just laugh if like he was a gangster, like at the door with the crossbow already.
Actually, like, for whatever reason, it makes that noise. Like, yes, sir.
It's just like has one ready at all
At your
times.
command, sir.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot, Jeeves.
She just kind of shakes her head and says, "I cannot believe it was you all who Marcus sent me to for information. Listen, you'll be doing me a favor if you just find any information that you can bring to the church."
Is there any
like a light bulb. Hey, what about that cave where that lady was summoning? Was that necromancy?
You know,
Where I was the goddess of flesh, the death
I
queen?
remember that.
So is that necromancy?
It was more like necrodancy. There wasn't any dead being raised, but
Yeah, but it was the goddess of flesh.
That's true.
Necrodancy?
I mean, they were gonna have.
We all probably just stop and look.
Necrodancy.
There's no dead being raised.
Skeletons get up and just start doing Thriller.
Yes, I guess they died of boogie fever too, right?
Bet they were in a town where dancing was outlawed.
And they were saved by the mighty Lord of Bacon, weren't they?
May Saloon praising.
Does that pique your interest?
No, it doesn't.
We weren't aware of any rituals being cast. Where was
Ask
this?
Vale.
Yeah, Vale.
Vale was there.
Vale's a little more difficult to talk to than Marcus, but I guess if he has information on
Vale's
this
a
deal,
jerk.
He is a jerk.
straight.
Vale's a jerk.
He does enjoy long cylindrical objects, though. That's what we've heard.
He can make things disappear.
Yeah.
Like staffs. I mean, he is a
Yeah.
wizard.
Yeah.
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 Oh, it would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Longstaff.
As
sure.
wizards should. I'm not sure what meaning that has, but
I heard he can make half a staff disappear,
I would hope so. He was
by
very.
getting it close to his mouth.
That's a little different.
I mean, I'm just saying. That's what we heard.
I'll
Bet that's
have-
in your notebook.
I'll have to speak with him about that.
Make sure to tell him Siobhan said that.
We're getting in some.
That's where we got
trouble.
it from.
So you're telling me that he knows information on some necromantic ritual being done somewhere?
Yeah, because we about took out, or I about killed this evil sorceress Mara.
Marisov?
And then Vale
No,
came.
hold on. That's wrong. That's
the wrong game.
That's the wrong thing. I'm thinking something else.
And then Vale showed up and threw us all off and
Yeah.
was like,
Bunch of water and stuff.
he like
It's quote
teleported
unquote
us.
trying to save
Yeah,
us.
because we had her. She was on the ropes.
I was getting ready to grapple.
And then Vale came in and
Like a typhoon.
he's like, "No, I'm gonna be the one that defeats her.
I need the glory.
I need the glory."
something
and teleported
something
us
to
out of
prove about
there.
the school. Blah blah blah. Get really mad. Something about that.
Yeah,
Yes, this does.
because like
check out.
she was down and I was getting ready to stab her,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and then Vale's like, "No,"
With a sword.
Well, and then she.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
Performance or deception, whichever you so choose to use, with advantage since you're all doing it here.
Hold on, let's see. Deception's plus 8.
Good lord.
Yep, with advantage.
16. No bonuses.
24 in deception.
Did you say with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh yeah.
I mean, I think you got it.
Just want to make sure.
I mean, the Dragonborn even got a 16 without bonuses.
She's a 13, so
Oh yeah, we're good.
yeah, you're good. So she's writing down this stuff in her booklet. She's in her notes and things, and she says, his arrogance did always get him in trouble at the school. Yes, that does check out. Yes. All right, then I shall see to him in regards to this necromantic thing. But keep your ears and eyes open for any type
I
of...
don't have any ears.
Comes in powder trickle.
ear-
Their ear holes.
Anywho,
No, you can't chop them off. and put 'em in the
anything
room.
that has to do with
You
necromancy,
can't use my ears for eyes and ears everywhere.
you can either find me at the church, or you may go to the school and ask for one of us here.
Then he shoots out
During this matter, though, I will
the mountain.
give you leniency in using the teleporters from the school to hit your destinations.
Pull up my map. Can you mark those on here so we know where that? Be great.
Your map has been updated. Little back at the bottom.
We now then we scroll out and there's
Somebody-
map markers.
Everybody's just like, how's that
Everything
writing?
markers everywhere. It's like,
You
what
just
is
have fun
floating
and suddenly
things?
see these little like diamond shaped things in your peripheral that you're like,
Ah!
what happened?
We've created the first HUD.
All right, so there is one here in Barora. Any place that there is a kind of like a what are they?
The library?
No.
Gas station. Tesla charging dock.
No. God dang it. It's like the United States has them in different countries.
Bases.
Bases, but I was thinking more so of
Embassies.
embassy. Thank you. Like
There's a lot of things.
there's a bunch of those like buildings in throughout the world where they have like the embassies in them, and it has to do with the school.
So more like recruiter posts for the school.
I mean, you might as well. The only place they don't have them in is Sakura Falls because nobody is allowed from the school to be in there. And the school's just fine with that as long as nothing necromantic
That's
goes
where you
through.
capture cards. Had to.
All right, so you got the one in Barora.
Pretty much everywhere other than Sakura Falls. Okay.
It's like the capitals of there.
The zones.
So, she does give you the leniency that's like, as long as you show this, and she'll give you a kind of a fancy little like, little leather
Emblem?
thing.
Emblem?
Kind of.
A membership card?
It's not a membership
Sam
card.
Club. Costco. That's better.
Like a badge that's on a leather piece there that shows the emblem of Saloon.
A Geek Squad badge.
Yeah, basically. But it has like the symbol of Saloon on there, which is like the moon and a couple of stars and things like that. And she says if you present this to the embassy, they will let you use the teleporters. As long as it has to do with necromancy and gathering information for the school.
Don't worry.
Of course.
I don't know you as well as I know the other three here, but I will trust that you use this for only good.
Of course, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
For science.
It's science.
Science.
Science, Meredith.
I mean, we are professionals.
Well, may Saloon guide you in your journey.
Yes, salute.
And she will take her leave. Marcus kind of like pokes his head in after she leaves. Like, so sorry to bother you. Didn't quite leave just yet, if you don't mind. I didn't listen in though. Personal matters.
So, come on in here. Take a seat.
Phones up the
Door shut.
was so timid.
Jeeves?
Is this the murder room?
Yes,
Couldn't quite find the Erder room.
I hope Jeeves has like a
we
big
might have a
war
second one here in a
crossbow. Like he can't hardly hold that crossbow, and he could definitely not reload it after shooting it. It's a big one.
Oh, it's a huge one, yeah. Absolutely, yes. It's much bigger than him, and you can tell, like, in his old age, it's not, like, as easy to hold, but he can still, he can still use that thing. So Jeeves shuts the door behind him, and he kind of, like, walks in, and he's just, like,
Sometimes.
I hope that didn't go poorly.
We're fine. We're fine.
I will help him, Papa do.
Telling people a lot of stuff about us that they probably don't need to know.
News gets around really quick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, you see, I used to work with her, and when the church comes a calling, you have to obey.
Clearly not. Your mother doesn't tell them anything.
I put my arm around him.
Why would I lie to the school?
Isn't what you're all doing secretive?
Secretive in a sense, yes, but if we get help from the school, then there's many opportunities for
There's always ways to still get help and not tell them everything.
Oh, shoot you.
Your brother's been very good about not telling them anything that we've done so far, so you
my
can't
brother
be too.
also didn't approve of how the church thought of necromancy, which is the whole reason we got in trouble to begin with. But
Wait, so Vale likes necromancy?
he doesn't like it, but he chooses to study it for the reasons that everyone should know of necromancy, so how to fight it. The school wasn't very...
Like, when he says that, I'm like, oh, shit. Vale's about to get in a lot of trouble here in a second.
It says the church and the school...
So that's what you call a plan. I didn't mean for this to happen, but it did happen.
It all works out in the end.
That's right.
So
I
Vale,
love it when a plan comes together.
both of us went to the school, and I was one of the main artificers of the school, building things and creating things for them. Vale was a student of the school, and unfortunately, the school has banned any knowledge or readings of necromantic kind. It goes against all that Saloon stands for, so...
So then I have a question, philosophical. So wait, doesn't necromancy bring life technically?
Technically, it does bring life back to the dead, but
It's giving life.
in a sense.
So we're healers.
no.
If we bring people.
So
Saloon shines her light on those that do better and
Well, Saloon sounds like a bitch.
but doesn't saloons believe in second chances? And necromancy's a form of second chance.
And it doesn't let things go to waste.
the church,
You know what? Maybe
Don't-
I want to be a necromancer.
I suggest not saying that in front of our friend that just...
Well, he just said it. Yeah, but then again, she probably didn't believe he's actually capable of doing this. So
That's a perfect plan.
You see, the school, we're not allowed to talk about what happened, but the school had a mishap many years ago, and not so much getting out, but it really did a number on the ecosystem and of the world, and the school's still trying to make up for that. So necromancy is a big no-no.
Now, did the school tell people they caused an accident?
No.
Does it have to do with why there are so few elves?
No. That has nothing to do with the school. This was hundreds of
Or
years
is that
before.
an unrelated accident that the school caused, while this one is a different problem they caused?
To be honest with you, I don't know what pull that has with what happened to the Elven Kingdom. As far as I know, there is no connection between the two. What I do
what
know,
did the school screw up then?
all I know, and all
Other
that
than
they've told
religious
us,
beliefs across the globe.
from what I know, and from what I was able to read from my time there, and seeing some of the books that are not allowed in the libraries, is that it just it caused massive destruction in the world. The world in general, there was something that happened with necromancy at the heart of it, and the church and the school have worked diligently over the centuries to make sure that necromancy is not taught.
So I will say something. I'll ask you a question, then I'll also tell you something.
Okay, this would be unrelated. Would we know, like, what this, like,
Catastrophic event.
this catastrophic event was? Okay.
So
I was
first question: does the school know when we use teleporters and stuff, unless it's been told to them? Is there like a way that they track that?
You mean without using their teleporters?
No, using their teleporters, but is it just written down in a book, or is it something they somehow know when people go through it?
It is a very strict teleportation service. So if you were to use one of their teleporters, if you were given the opportunity to use those
I'd be like one of
teleporters,
these.
she gave you that? You have access to the teleporters of the school?
Yes.
We are very
I
persuasive.
guess.
I mean, I can make.
I
a
was
bunch
blacked
more of
out
these.
during most of what she was talking
No,
about.
no. We don't want you to copy that. My goodness, like just getting in the building is hard enough. So if you were to use their teleporter,
Sell a button and throw them everywhere. Like,
all these random people like
merchants and everybody's using
You
teleporters.
think the factory could mass produce those?
it's like for whatever reason, all these people that are so not part of the school or the church are starting to come in and be like, I need to use this to get to the
Do you
capital.
have a bathroom? Let's go.
I need this for worship service on the other side of the continent. Okay.
All the guards there just like,
Better.
man, there's a lot of people getting access to this. We must be like mass producing some students now.
And praise the Lord. Just tell everybody that gets
Everybody walked in.
everybody that gets one. There's a little paper in the bottom that says every time you get through the telephone.
And say it's for necromancy.
Hail Cobra.
Hail no, bro. Fail no, bro. But then the last thing I'll say to him is like, you seem like a pretty smart guy. Keep your mind open to a lot of this stuff. You've done research and maybe things you shouldn't have, but just because you're curious. I've been in a community that I realized wasn't quite what it was before. And keep on that path. Keep looking for answers.
Just try not to get in a lot of trouble with the school.
I got an idea.
We've already
You
done it.
just-
We're already.
You don't mention much of what we do, and we won't kind of mention anything about you.
You, not Vale. Vale's a totally.
Yeah, he's already in trouble, but I mean, we'll keep this buddy because you have been a great help to us, and I think we can help you as well. We're giving you lots of information, but we just don't want the school to know everything just yet because we're not sure if we trust everything from them.
Jeeves.
Right, so it's just like Marcus is just like, okay, yes.
Also, do you have any more good books that I could read? I finally got through the second
As
book.
Jeeves is like pushing him out the door, it's like, yes, come back to the bookstore and I'll get you some more books.
Okay.
Jeeves, make sure you show him the door this time.
Yes, sir. Takes him down.
Just imagine Jeeves was like trying to pull on his coat, trying to get him down the first time.
The master said it's time to go.
No, quick.
This way. No, that's the bathroom.
It's like, no.
No, We're like, was that another thing the church screwed up? And they're like, no, as far as we know, we didn't cause that one.
It's like
That wasn't us.
That wasn't us as far as we
that
know.
was something totally different.
That was the Church of Alun.
Loon. But that's
Those other guys.
so basically we have
Alun.
that. So
So yeah, I am not mentioning anything about these cool
We
little
didn't-
clinky crystals.
we didn't bring
No,
that
she
up.
tried to question you, but as soon as you turned into a mouse, like you were silent
Became
the
very
rest of the way.
confused.
So yeah,
we're like, he does that all the time.
the one
thought
person
it
that
was a
could give her
nervous
info.
Thought it was a nervous tick.
Yeah. So at that point, you've pushed Marcus out and told him to keep things on the down low.
We also said that Jeeves now has an enormous war crossbow that he can barely hold.
He's basically got a ballista.
He can barely hold. Can't reload it.
Yeah, but he's totally fine with using it. So at that point, it's like you all now have a free pass. And as I told them, the only place that it doesn't go to is Sakura Falls. But in every capital in this world, there is a teleporter that is made solely for people of the school and of the church and like have that badge.
Of the people who are of the cloth.
Yes. So the embassies around,
But they know who uses, so like,
a lot of paper.
They track the teleportation. I asked that just to make sure, and they do track it.
Yes.
I guess it's just logged.
We did
maybe.
confirm that I could make
Paperwork. Red
So we
tape.
could forge paperwork.
that. We don't need paperwork.
But I'm saying if we take the teleporters, they just either need to say we didn't.
and we
come,
had we had the other necromancy debate with Marcus. Like, well, it's technically giving life.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
He became very confused.
Protectors of life.
Says you don't mention
And then he
the
said he's gonna
N-word in front of
Then when we were talking to
No, you
Shinoa,
don't.
he brought up that he was going to
Gosh,
start
Amber, this is a
practicing
family
necromancy.
you don't use the word necromancy.
Oh, and necrodancy was.
Oh yeah, there was necrodancy.
said
That occurred in the cave.
Yeah, I said, they were talking about maybe it was necromantic. I was like, no, they were just like dancing around and do a little symbol and stuff. It's like necrodancy. So it's not necromantic.
There was no sacrificing.
And we all like,
Lord Bacon was involved.
yeah, Lord Bacon saved the. And then we all just turned and looked at him when he said necrodancy. Anyway,
Caught up.
shenanigans. That's what you missed.
So
Siobhan is still crying somewhere. We haven't found her yet.
yeah, she's still locked up in her room. She's really depressed about what happened.
Of all that non-necromantic activity.
So you sent
It's gonna be
sent Marcus on his way. He is now
If it is science, is it really necromancy? Because it's not magic.
Necrodancy if it's science.
It's science.
it's only for science. Yes.
It's medicine if it's science.
Cool. So now you know that the church is involved and is looking out for anything of the necromancy type.
What? Why do we just not do every campaign as everybody is bards? I don't know.
You're just a barbershop quartet.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I want to play a blind bard, so it's like Stevie Wonder.
Good God.
Uh,
So now you know some of what the church and the school is looking into. They're going to be a little bit more watchful of things. They're on their way to Wolfhurst at this point just to kind of take a look into that stuff, talking to Vale. So good job on that.
That's what we do.
What else would you like to do?
Well, what stuff exactly are they looking into?
Just what we told.
So any type of if necromancy is
Because there's a new cult, which was the one that I assume we ran into.
yeah, so they've heard of the cult and that they have done some necromantic things in which Marcus told her that you all had
They're going to purge the heretic.
pretty much.
Purge. Okay.
They want to look into it and make sure that nobody sees, hears, or joins the cult for the fact that necromancy has been banned from the school and from the teachings. Yeah. Yep.
Great unclean one.
So like anything that mentions that stuff, they would wish for it to be purged so that nobody gets interested in it and starts to look into it because that is bad
No,
stuff.
of course. Bad stuff.
So They would like for you, in exchange for the badge, to use the teleportation for the school to tell them of anything in which you find out in your searchings, or give them leads.
So we're just supposed to be like random traveling around, being like, "Hey, we found some necros over here."
It's like if you see some necromantic activity, contact your local authorities.
Aha. Okay. So we don't really have like a direction. It's just kind of like go forth and conquer.
Oh boy.
Go forth
So-
and preach the word of the emperor.
Yes.
Spread the word.
A couple of hours go by. You all have done your
The great
little
emperor
things.
of mankind.
At some point,
Absolutely.
you hear Jeeves kind of ruffling with someone that's at the door who seems a little bit agitated at this point. And you can hear him. He's like, "I'm sorry, sir. You can't come in here. It's like you don't have an appointment."
Jeeves, get the crossbow.
He already has it, and he's like pointing it at the person that's outside the door.
He's trying to like.
Sir, please.
They'd probably have to have like a little tiny winch system to load it. he's trying to load it.
So I'm gonna need you to stay outside while I load this machine.
Just do that.
As he's loading it, the person just walks past.
It's like, wait, hold up. Almost there.
What do they look like, Jeeves? Who is it? Who's at the door?
Like the other gentleman that came in here.
Cat?
Yes, he's got the...
Tell him to come back tomorrow. We're busy.
Get this spraying with a water bottle.
He goes to tell him, and you can hear the yelling at the door saying, it's like, "You've summoned me to the school, you little bitches."
So the windows like above the door, do they open where you can like slide them up, like modern windows, or
yeah.
out or something?
Oh, I mean, he had all those things in that house, so...
I'll listen.
I'm
You can
just
shave water. No.
so what type of I could do it in stones. Let's see. 5 feet away. Okay. Walk up. There's somebody standing outside our door there.
Yep.
And do I recognize them? They're yelling and
Yes, you know him as the Veil, as the cat man.
yes. As much as assumed.
Yeah.
And I'm be gone with you. Come back tomorrow.
He is,
He's standing there and just
he stands there and he starts yelling at you. It's like,
cast mold earth.
What?
and what does that do?
It creates a 5-foot hole underneath of him. And I move the earth from 5 feet over that way. So he falls into the hole.
Okay.
And I'll look at him and be like, "You leave now."
He's like,
And I
"I've been
close the door.
summoned to the...
I will move the dirt back.
You hear
And move
something,
the dirt back.
you hear something in your mind
Uh-oh.
that says,
Get out of my head, Charles.
"I've been summoned to the school to discuss our..."
I open the door back up, I cast mold earth and move the dirt and drop it back on top of it. And then I close the door.
Get out of my head, Charles.
He can still talk to you in his mind with message.
But it's gonna take a while for him to breathe. He's gonna. I'm pretty sure that does message create require a somatic component? If he's going to talk,
He can't move his hands.
Even if it doesn't, this concentration. I think it's a concentration spell. So.
message probably not concentration.
Oh man.
Good God. The things that you have to Google as a DM. You point a finger towards a creature
Oh,
within
it's
range.
verbal, semantic, and material. So he's got to move his hands and talk.
I mean, dirt is soft. He can move a hand.
Okay.
He's gonna get dirt in his mouth, but I mean... He gets out a few words
I'm
saying...
sure you can respond, right? If you,
Yeah, you can respond.
all right.
Says, "I have to travel to school. You help carry in my stead."
Just like, keep talking, stop breathing.
Get me out. And only you can hear this.
We're just like, what's going on?
Like he's just staring at the door,
Kind of look
like
down, just don't know what's
listening,
going
and
on.
then you all hear nothing.
I'm just staring. I'm just staring.
You're just staring at the ground and like,
Open up the door. Mold earth away. What?
He spits out some dirt that's gotten into his mouth and everything, and he's just like shakes his little ears to get the stuff out and everything. He says, apparently I've been summoned to the school to discuss the matters of what happened at Wolfhurst.
I don't like the way you're talking.
I've got the window. Cantor, who is it?
You know, cat guy. You know,
Oh,
loudmouth.
okay. Jeeves, get the crossbow ready.
I was in the middle of an assignment.
Speak nicer.
I was in the middle of an assignment,
Has a negative tone to it.
and I was taken away from said assignment to discuss the matters from Wolfhurst with the school.
Then why are you here?
Someone has to go in my stead to help out.
The school wants you, not us.
You would be going to Mizil.
What's a Mizil?
That's it. I think it's a browser.
I ate that one time.
Missouri?
Was it good?
I don't remember.
Brazil.
The capital of Baraloma.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
Baraloma.
Do they make whiskey there?
Barluma.
It's full of trade, so I would assume so.
Full of
Do
trade?
they make barrels?
Trade goods?
Oh, trade goods. Full of trade.
Jeeves, where's Merrill?
Mizil, sir.
Where's that at?
Mizzou.
I think you should go, Vale. You go.
Yeah, why can't you go?
Yeah, you go.
Because I've been summoned to the school, and when one is summoned by the school, you cannot miss.
Well, you're here, so you're missing.
Yes, but
You look, Vale, you're already in trouble. Just up the trouble. You could. It's better to beg for forgiveness or
Then ask permission. Ask for forgiveness.
permission.
Yeah,
I
there we go.
think
There we
you
go.
should go to that hellhole, not us.
unfortunately, I have to go because if they come to get me in Mizil, they'll arrest both Carrie and I, and one of us has to be there.
And that's our problem
Because apparently someone told them that I messed up something in Wolfhurst.
Oh,
You
mean
did.
No, that's how I remember that. That's how I remember
You know,
Yeah.
you remember also your brother kind of got us involved with the school.
I thought
to
you
even
all-
come to talk
Yes.
to us.
Hey.
So I'm
Hitsy,
sure
hey.
that the blame begins with your family.
When we were brought in, we were told this was a secret top organization that you were working for, and
Super secret.
then your brother went and told. What kind of secret organization tells people they're trying to hide stuff from?
He has a soft spot for the church. He'll tell them anything.
He's got a soft spot in the head.
So we have to pay for your mistakes to go to that hellhole known as
Mazel.
I don't even like to
Mizzy.
speak that name because it's a hellhole. Nobody should
Is it
ever
a
have to.
hellhole?
Yes.
Do we know that?
Yes.
I don't know that. I
Yes.
don't know. Okay, he knows it's a hellhole.
Yeah, it's hellhole.
Jeeves, your verdict?
It's full of nobles and trade goods.
Hellhole. Hellhole.
See?
Thanks, Chief.
And think about this, Vale.
Bandit County.
Bandits.
Bandits.
Oh, that
Yes.
sounds fun.
They're on the outside. Inside's all noble, hoitsy-toitsy people.
Okay, so are we outside or inside?
Inside.
No, we're gonna be inside.
But we're currently outside. You're outside
of the city.
I'm
outside.
inside.
But that's
I'm up top.
yeah. You're inside. I'm outside.
We're yelling
But
from
in
the
Mizzy,
window.
Yeah, we're all yelling from the window.
I'm just here. So
in Mizzy, are we gonna be outside or inside?
You're actually traveling outside of Mizil to
Well, then that sounds fun.
the outskirts somewhere else
Of Mazel.
of Mizil, but unfortunately, we only have a teleporter there.
In Mazel.
But
In
we go
Mizil.
to Mazil and then we leave the hellhole and go to the fun place.
If you call it fun, yes, it's full of bandits that come and raid travelers to and from other cities.
I mean, that sounds fun.
But inside they do the same thing. It's
Just more legally.
It's just legal.
They're no.
The nobles rule the cities. The richest and most proper one is in charge. Yes.
See, so they rob you in or out. So it's a hellhole.
Well,
But
Andrew,
here,
get him out of there and let him go.
no,
Just let
but
him-
Vale, here, what if you went, cleared your name by doing what they want? They may forgive all the bad stuff.
Unfortunately, we have a reputation, and we have a bounty on our heads. If the school were to go and get me in Mazil,
What's the bounty?
And how's it our problem?
How much?
for me alone,
Yeah.
it's 5,000 gold.
Wait, 5,000 to turn you in?
Tanner, grab him.
He's in a hole.
Yes, I have 5,000, carry
To who?
3,000 for
to who?
to some of the bounty hunters we've come across in our findings. We've been a little wanted.
How can you make that bigger?
Did I forget who Carrie was?
It's a little elf.
Knives.
Yeah,
Okay.
elf.
I don't know if you've really been here.
I was going to say, I don't remember Carrie.
She-
You're not.
She's a as far as we know.
She's
good
like the
character,
roguish
but-
character that helps your all's group, but she's been sent to Baraloma to deal with something and has been there.
So he's got a 5,000 gold bounty.
Yes, Carrie has 3, and together we make 10 if you bring both in.
Is that dead or alive?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Do we have to take you there, or can they come pick you up?
I would assume they would wish for me to be taken. Why are you asking these questions?
You're in a hole.
Yes, and
We captured you,
yes, and I'm telling you that.
so we get the bounty.
Are you really going to turn me in because of some money?
I mean, you have to go there anyways, right?
Some money?
A lot of money.
You have to go there anyways.
Like, you could escape
After we
after we turn you in.
I don't think you quite understand why we are.
I don't think you're understanding this, Chewbacca.
If you could get me out of the hole, we can discuss this inside, and I will tell you what you want to know before you turn your own in.
But you could just tell me from the hole, too.
Or we could just make the hole deeper
I can make the hole deeper.
No, please, no.
and fill it with water, maybe.
No.
Ooh.
No, he likes
I don't
water.
have create water.
Jeeves, get the hose.
Get the buckets.
Fire!
in the hole.
Listen.
Listen.
She's not around right now. This pixie is not here. So, my brother told us to go.
Is there a bounty on Marcus?
No.
Don't
He
need
told us to go research one of the outskirts of Mazil. And we went.
What are we researching?
We are researching necromancy that has been reported
Mancy, not Dancy.
to be seen in one of the outskirt
Okay,
towns.
so you're
But you already
investigating.
went, so why do we need to go?
We're not done with our investigation.
Yes, because you're in a hole.
She has been there for weeks while I have been out finding more information.
Making her do all the work.
So which part of
You're
the
a
outskirts is she
dirty
at?
partner.
She is in. I want to say it's Al Aradon,
All Aerodon.
which is northwest. No,
What are
northeast.
Aerodons?
Yes.
What are Aerodons? They're all Aerodons.
The name of the. It's the name of the air.
Does that mean there
I
are some
picture
areas
people
that just
walking
have some
along the
Aerodons?
street, just seeing this like
These people
hole-
are like, oh my god.
this elephant's yelling at a
And
hole. There's
remember, you
people out of
all are
windows.
in like a noble area. So
There
these.
probably is nobody walking around, really. But
Well, they tried to avoid that house whenever he was living there, but now,
Because there's an elephant yelling at a hole and people outside the window.
yeah, now they're staying away not because of Colt, but because it's weird people that live there now.
I'll just go. I'm listening. I can hear everything. I'm just gonna go downstairs and like go to the hole and just look at him down there.
We thought that the cult could be involved in some of the things happening in Al Aradon, and so we went to investigate. It's taken a little bit of time,
You pissed everybody off.
and unfortunately, in
You have
some
that
of
effect
our
on people, Vale.
In some of our findings, we got involved with the cult, and now they've paid to have a bounty on our heads to get us out of the way. If you turn me in,
Wait,
they
the
will.
church has the bounty or the cult has the bounty?
The cult has
The cult has paid for the bounty.
No, the cult has the bounty.
The cult has put the bounty out on us.
But wait, the church wants us to tell them about necromancy, so we tell them, and then we turn in Vale.
and so the church can go rescue him.
If I stay alive enough for the church to come and get me.
That's all up to you, buddy.
Well, here's another thing too. If we keep his name going and he get a bigger bounty on his head, we can keep getting that bounty bigger.
So
That's
we'll
the
keep him
greatest plan
we'll keep
you've
him in
ever
the hole.
come up with.
Why are we having this conversation about upping my bounty to turn me in?
You
I would
seem to
like
forget you're
I'd
not
like to
in
reach
this
into my
conversation
money
right now.
pouch and grab like 5 gold coins. Just go because it's money, and just throw it at his forehead while I'm saying it.
Or
Pull up this character sheet. Because he's a wizard.
Oh, he's a wizard, Harry.
Yes.
A wizard in a hole with a fighter standing above him, and like multiple people able to do anything they want to him.
what if?
Oh, sorry, wrong character. Sorry, forgot.
What if we get Vale in trouble? We send him back to the school, but then we have our shape changer friend look like Vale.
Oh,
So Vale gets in trouble
more bounty.
and more bounty.
And we'll tell Siobhan it's for
Science.
charity. No,
It's
not
for the
science.
church. It's for the church.
For the church.
He needs
And
to
the church is good.
For the greater good.
and she likes him, right? And it's so that way he can help clear his name.
For the greater good.
We won't tell her about the bounty though.
No,
If
we
she
won't
doesn't
tell
know-
her
if
about
she
the
doesn't know
bounty.
any of this. She's not here right now, so she'll believe whatever you say.
So what is it that you're trying to do now?
I'm gonna have to reach out to some contacts.
DM doesn't have to know right now.
Well, clearly DM has to know because y'all were you having this discussion trying to stay quiet so he wouldn't
No,
hear?
we're not trying to be quiet.
No,
Cool. So then what did you...
So we're
So
saying Siobhan looks like Vale.
Uh-huh.
Comes with us to. Of course, she's going to be with us when we go to this next place. Vale goes back to the school to get
in
punished.
You select the bounty.
And you're
Profit.
going to let her get turned in?
well, we'll save. We like.
And
So Nate's gonna come back.
So here's what's happened. If your character's dead, sorry.
We're going to tell her it's for helping
for the
clear his
church.
name and for
For
the
them.
church.
and to clear his name. And so then once she's in, then she can and we got our money. She can transform back. And then they're like,
But
"Hey,
as we're
who's in
discussing
here?"
it, it's like, hey,
but then
hey,
we'll send the
Brew
church.
Puddle.
We'll send the church.
All
because
just
they
like
wanna know.
around the hole.
No, we don't tell Vale this. We're
No.
like, hey, come inside, sir.
Yeah.
Put the dirt on top of it. So we're discussing, and we're not telling Chevron.
Nope.
Because
Nope.
She's not even there.
yeah, because she's still laying down.
So distraught.
But she's so gullible, she'll go along with whatever we tell her.
True.
Yes.
Nate, you're going to hear this in the future, and I'm so sorry.
She's so distraught she'll do anything for the church.
They're good.
And Vale.
They're good. And for Vale.
So good.
Screw that guy.
So you're going to turn her in to the bounty hunters,
Yeah.
and you're going to rescue her from the bounty hunters, which is going to
Potentially.
put more money on his head.
Yes. And then we do it again.
With the real veil.
Profit with the real Vale. Then we don't have to say them.
As he's sitting in the hole, he's sitting in the hole listening to you all. He's like,
It's probably muffled though.
No. We said we went back inside and I put the
Okay.
he said
Okay.
put the dirt back on top of
Remember?
him.
Yeah, I went back inside with them.
you come out and he's trying like real hard to climb out of this hole. It's like, but the dirt's so soft it keeps falling, and he kind of like gets in and he's like building things to like get out of. He's like, I'm not wasting a spell for this bull crap.
Oh, well, so it's like he's building stuff up and he's getting close.
Yeah, he's
I look
getting,
down at the bottom of the hole and I make it 5 feet deeper.
that's 10 feet. At this point, he just agitatingly has all this dirt and everything on him, so he casts Wall of Water.
So it makes it mud.
Do you even have that?
No.
So now he's in mud.
Wall
How
of
funny
water.
would that be?
Creates a wall of water on the ground at the point you can see within range. You can make a wall up to 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick.
10 feet.
So he's trying to like blast himself back up.
Full of water.
Hey, I mean, it's
He's probably.
Does it say that the water is like solid, or
Yeah,
is
it's
it
a wall.
water?
It's a wall.
the wall of water.
Okay.
Yeah. So now he's just
He
kind
can
of
float,
like,
I'm sure.
floating back.
yeah, if he's creating it, he can stand on top of the wall, he can be in the wall or whatever. So he's going to cast that and immediately goes like up into this hole. And he looks at you all, he's like, I'm begging you to just listen to my words.
No, I think we're good.
we
We're
have a
good.
plan.
No, we're good. Yeah, we're
I
good.
think we're good.
We'll definitely take care of this.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, we'll
we're gonna
take care
go
of the
help. We're gonna go help. What's her name?
We're gonna go clear your bounty.
Carrie. We're gonna go
Yeah.
help Carrie.
Knife thrower. Ha ha, yeah. That's why I threw those coins at you a minute ago.
So he's now a little confused.
So what is Carrie actually doing? Like, we're gonna go help her. I know she's investigatorying.
We have no beef with her.
No, I got no beef with Carrie.
You all came to this conclusion in a very quick amount of time.
Yes.
And you seem to
We do
be
that.
getting along. very
And
quickly.
and you seem to be trying to dissuade us from this.
Because not only is your bounty going up, the school's probably getting really pissed.
Yeah.
So you better. I mean,
We got to get Carrie out of there
we
for that
we
bounty
just
collect.
definitely tell us what we need.
She is in Al Aradon, looking into the cult who has seemed to have made their way into the noble's household that runs the town. And
Is there like a location that she's at? Or are we just supposed to look for her? She'll find us.
the
What kind of-
portal will take you to Mazil,
Yeah.
Karoo.
and you ask for Kari Karu
It's code words.
with a wheel.
The Ringling Brothers, is that who we're asking for?
Yes, that is exactly. Y'all throw me off with your little
Dumbo?
digging hole people and.
I thought it was great. I could make it 30 feet deep. While she's looking that up, I'm going to grab some water.
Option 3. Y'all really hate Vale.
Yes.
You literally crafted him out of a guy that you thought was a dick. What did you
That's
think?
true.
was gonna
That's true. That is true.
You did a very good
I didn't
job.
craft the character. I wrote him as he was written.
Oh, okay.
Which is PJ. So here you go.
Yes. I thought I gave it a really fancy name.
the Noble House?
The bar that's there.
The Noble House?
Well, the noble household is something.
No, it's just the bar can just be the Noble House.
Yes, that's how this works. It's like immediately just teleport into the noble's house, and it's like, hey, look.
What's up? Heard there was beer.
It's like,
And a bounty. They turn it in.
Who's got this bounty?
So I got it. We'll just tell Siobhan that Carrie's in a little danger. We need to go help her.
For the church.
Be nice, be helpful. And we're also going to need her to look like Vale to make sure that Carrie believes us quicker and gets her out of there, and to help clear Vale's name because he's in trouble. So he's taking care of the church. We're going to take care of business and wherever. And
the name
foolproof.
of the bar is the Red Hawk Tavern.
Firehawk.
Yes.
Borderlands. Borderlands 2.
That is probably my favorite one to play because that little teeny tiny guy that's getting burned alive.
Turn him again.
It's like, I want to be one with the Firehawk.
That's right. Not for sure.
No.
Vale, where's that other associate you all had? The thing that we were throwing peanuts at.
The two-headed ogre.
The two-headed ogre thing.
He is also in
Oh, okay.
Alaradon.
Does he
As
have
backup
a
in case
bounty?
something happens.
Does he have a bounty?
Does he have a bounty?
Sorry. Someone posted a shitty blast from the past.
Still didn't answer the question. Does he have a bounty?
No.
Oh.
He does not. Thick Skull was his name.
That's upsetting.
And no, he does not. They try to keep him indoors.
I would.
I don't
I can
blame
understand
you.
why.
He's a little different.
I feel like you can comes from Warcraft too.
No. Actually, it's someone made this character and I thought it was actually a pretty cool idea. So you'll see why as more you're with them. So
I walk up to the veil and kind of brush him off real quick. Be like, there you go, buddy. Yeah, have a good one. Have a good one.
he's staring at you as you're like wiping away the dirt, and then he just prestidigitations himself.
Oh,
It's like,
nice.
don't touch me.
I knew a guy.
You've
that-
hurt
was
me
like-
more times than I can.
Look, that's a cool trick. And then I can mold earth just a little bit and throw some more on him. Except it's some of the one that has water on it, so it's muddy. I'm like,
Okay.
do it again.
If you,
As you know, I'll go up to him. It's like, I'm sorry, we had kind of a bad introduction, but you know, we've had our moments. Just kind of put my arm around him. We'll let you go. I mean, we got to get going and help carry.
the mud smacks into his side, and he's like,
For shame!
prestidigitations. Like, you all are just the most disgusting people I've ever met.
But you keep coming back.
Take out my flask. Take a swag.
He
I just
starts-
hawk a loogie on the ground.
He just like turns around and walks away. He's just get to the teleporter.
As he's walking, I cast darkness on him.
What?
So there's a giant 15-foot.
Out of nowhere, this big like sphere of darkness just, and you hear "Gah!"
And even if he has dark vision, he can't see.
He starts cursing in a language that you all don't understand.
Are you sure?
Cast mold earth as he's walking.
Are you sure about that?
So as he's walking in pitch black, he just falls into a hole.
You just hear this scream from inside this sphere. It's just like it's now a little bit farther down now at this point. It's a just get to the teleporter.
And I remove darkness.
On our way.
Man, the city needs to fix those potholes.
Man, this
Someone call
is
infrastructure.
terrible potholes.
Oh God.
Oh, speaking of which, apparently, I forgot where, but somewhere, some random town, Domino's has been fixing the potholes in the city because the city won't, and they'll just spray their like little symbol on it. It's like, oh no, we didn't. It's like, all right. Apparently, Domino's has to fix the
Go
potholes now.
Domino's. They're the heroes that we need.
Shame their pizza's not the best.
Cheesy bread is. So, at this point, you have the option to use either teleporter to get there. One, a little bit more under the radar. The other one, you'd have to use the schools for.
So, I mean,
But
how
it'll
far of
get
a
you.
walk is it? Like, is it
Well, I think we want the school to know
Mizil?
we're going there.
pretty far?
Oh boy!
It's a long way.
You
so-
want to walk there?
No, I was just asking. So,
So you all
You
are,
start, we'll catch up.
You all are right here. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Mazil's over here.
yeah, no.
So
I mean, we didn't know.
No, I think we want the school to know we're going there so that we
They know
can
we're
summon
doing
them from
something.
necromantic activities
so
that we're working on the whatever they told us to do.
as far
We're
as you
working on
go
it.
with the bounties, you know this place to have a lot of bandits and whatnot. That's where most of the bounty hunters come from.
I've been there before.
You would have been there before, and this like they do have a place where you can turn in bounties in Mazil for the money and whatnot. But that is known as like bandit country, basically, because there's a lot of bandits that just kind of like raid the area. It's a deserted area. For those of you who are from these,
So there's Tuscan Raiders about.
yes. It's like you have the big old mountains that kind of block your way from Ash Hill into the country that's known as the Dragon's Spine. You have to go through either the Dwarven City that's kind of north in Ash Hill to get through it, or travel through Sakura Falls to go into this country.
But we
or
can go to Sakura Falls.
Exactly. Well, you can, but you
If
don't.
we walk like he wants to.
Yeah.
But there's an embassy in Mazil that we can use.
Yeah,
Yes.
with the teleport.
So, or you can teleport.
Yeah, pew pew.
So if you want to walk, you're more than welcome to. It's gonna take a few days, weeks even.
Say, yeah, I'm gonna say. Carrie's already dead.
It's like you get there and everybody's like, "My God, the destruction!"
What happened?
We went there like he told us to.
Ganondorf got the Triforce.
and everything's dead. So, you want to take the teleporter?
So,
Are you ready to take the teleporter?
I mean, we'll need Siobhan.
yeah,
We gotta wake Siobhan up.
let's wait for that then.
But we don't want Siobhan to be Vale until after we get there.
Okay.
Otherwise, the church is gonna get really confused when we show up with Vale at the teleporter.
Good point. Good thing I asked if they track it.
We don't want the church. Not the church.
The church will be confused because they manage the teleporter.
Yes.
So if
And
we
he's
walk in there with Vale, and
Yes.
they're gonna
We
get
don't want them to see.
Yes, we
Vale
don't want him to
pop
be
out of the
that
teleporter.
until we're there, and then Vale shows up
Okay.
for the bounty hunters.
Okay.
I really don't want to go to Miss Hell.
So are we going to wait and do this the next time we meet, or do you want to at least get there and then stop there?
I think we'll probably wait for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, for next sessions, I don't know if you guys are going to be available, but I'd say
It's
hopefully,
18th, 19th?
hopefully maybe we can get one more session in. But I think we want to take off. At least I know I want to take off Christmas, obviously, and then maybe New Year's. That's that weekend. I'd say if we can get in.
It's the January 2nd, I think, is that Sunday.
Yeah. Because Saturdays
I'm
were
probably
all
not
holidays.
doing anything that day. But
Because
yes,
there's the
Christmas.
18th, the 25th,
So obviously,
and then
As far as
New
I know,
Year's
I'm
is
back
the
home,
first.
so I'm good.
we'll see. Definitely this Christmas weekend then, but we'll see if we're.
Are there any
up for it.
magic shops in here?
In Barora,
Yeah.
there's going to be magic shops and whatnot. They're going to be
Oh, excellent.
full with magic and then like artificer things because it's a very engineering type of place. So
Artificery things.
yeah, there's a lot of people that have magic spells and the things they try to create with the magic spells. Yes,
Typical magic items.
Yeah.
Give me the
they're not as you
DM.
know.
guide.
They're not uncommon, but most people try to play and toy with them.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna see.
How much would like scrolls cost if we could find some scrolls around?
Blank scrolls, or do you want them to?
No, I want them to have like magic on them.
Depends on what you're looking for. Some are like 100.
Well, we don't really have like a holy person in our party, so
It's true.
We just put holes in people.
I'm
You're the
thinking
holy
of
party. We are not holy.
thinking of some like paladin or cleric-y spells.
Purification, healing.
No, I mean I've got some of that stuff. I got healing and I've got like restorations.
So you're
and
talking about
stuff.
like maybe like smite, slight damage, or something like that.
No, I mean
So if it's just like a basic one, like a
like
level,
some radiant stuff, radiance.
depending on what it
spells.
is, like it would cost anywhere from like 50 gold to like 500.
Probably like a level 4 spell. We probably don't have access to that yet, but I'm just like, maybe.
Depending on the complexity of it and whatnot, then it would be probably close to like the 125
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
to like 200.
That's cool. That's cool.
We'll say in the middle, like 150.
We go to that one shop that everything's way overpriced. It's like 5,000.
In Barora, they're not so much
You
because
did?
they're not big
Is it
on the
good?
magic-y thing. They're more like, what can we do with this magic? How can we put it into So the only place you're gonna get like magic-y stuff is gonna be like New Harmony, and they're gonna be like, this is the good stuff.
That's where all the wondrous items are.
Yes. School likes to keep a tight wrap on that stuff, sir.
Is there anything else we should do before we? Yeah, so I'll wait before I start seeing what wonderful stuff we can buy.
Yes, so ask for the Red Hawk Tavern when you get into Al Aridan. And I will have an actual map for that place. I have maps for every city, but this one, like, this one has a lot of places. So I like how I have this one area named Bandit Territory, and that's it. It gets nothing.
We
It's
should
bandit
just
Start playing No Change, Short Change Hero.
This ain't no place for no.
Get there.
Call it Bandita. Banditaville.
The Badlands.
Are we going to go into the Badlands?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, you are.
I was really sad they got canceled. I just wanted them to finish.